If you enjoyed this video, then I'd really appreciate it if you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the subscribe button and don't miss a single episode of Model Behavior. Hello Marvelous Legends, it's time for another episode of the Legends Legacy Review. So let's dive into the Detolf and see who it is this week. And we're going to take a little look through here. We're going back past the last character we featured, the Sentry. We're going through our Dark Avengers, and it is Hawkeye. Here he is, Clint Barton, Hawkeye. Now, in my display, of course, you guys will know this is not Clint Barton. Who is it? Go on, shout out. That's right, well done. It's Bullseye, posing as Hawkeye. We're not going to go too much into the character. I currently have, winging its way to me right now, the Bullseye figure. Oh, it's been a grail for so long, and finally when I get that Bullseye figure, I'll be able to pop this head off, put the Bullseye bald head on there, and finally my Dark Avengers will be another step towards being completed. In the meantime though, this is great. So I'm not going to talk about whether or not he looks like Bullseye, because that's not why we're looking at this figure. We're looking at this figure for what it has going on, and it has so much going on. Hasbro, you're doing great. This Odin wave, I only have 2 figures from the Odin wave, just this guy and the Sentry, but they really did start to kind of find their groove with this Odin wave, and it really shows. I'm really impressed with this figure. The two-toned color, the dark blue and the purple works so well together. The bow, I know they've reused this bow a lot, but there's good reason for it. Look at the detail on how they put together this bow. I know nothing about archery, that may shock you, but I think this is what a like Olympic super duper bells and whistles bow should look like. So that's great. Now, this is a bit unusual. I always complain about characters having a stoic face, but for Hawkeye, I think it's perfect. Yeah, he does have a very flat, stoic look, but that's because he's an archer. These eyes here, I'm gonna try and do that Carly thing. Does that help? Oh yeah, I think that does. These eyes here look like the eyes of someone who is focused on a target. You know, he's drawing back the bow, or he's getting ready to draw back the bow, and it makes sense that there's not much expression going on there. It's just laser focus. So I will give him a lot of credit, or give the sculptors a lot of credit for that, a stylistic and artistic choice. Again, the quiver on the back, beautiful, reflective purple plastic. Purple's like one of my favorite colors. So I like characters in purple. Not when it's paired with green so much, because so many characters are purple and green. All the classic Spidey villains. So when you have purple and something else, it makes a big difference. So yeah, the quiver with the arrows in, each arrow with its little feathers there. Just such lovely work and attention to detail. Again, also with the sash and the slightly softer plastic, the belt buckles, the sculpting of the kind of like the Captain America style chainmail going on here, the fish scales. They really did do an ace's job. And again, he's got the arm guard here as well, which differentiates him from the retro Hawkeye, which came out later, where he just has the bare arm, which is great because you've got the modern version here, and then you've got the bare arm one for the classic Avengers up there. And also it's a good way of distinguishing him more as the Bullseye version of Hawkeye. So that's great as well. And finally, also, just because of the nice articulation, you can have him reaching back towards the quiver as if he's literally just about to draw a bow and fire. So there is a lot going on with this figure, and there is a lot to like about this figure. So much so that when I'm looking at my Marvel rankings, oh yeah, you know where this is going. Hawkeye with the beautiful bow, the fantastic paint job, you are going straight to the top. A new #1 figure in the Legends Legacy Review. Congratulations, Clint Barton, or Bullseye, whoever you might be at the time. This is Bullseye, but I will classify him as Hawkeye because obviously that's what's on the box. But it's only the hardcore collectors who know what's what. You can't get elitist about toy collecting. It's just ridiculous. So guys, there you go. A new #1 in the Legends Legacy review. Folks, thanks for joining me there. If you liked what you see here and you want to see more, then join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Don't be articulate.